So we always talk on here accurately how the national media jabroni haircuts, talking hairdos, they just always constantly disrespect the Minnesota Vikings, their players, their coaching staff, everything about the team, basically. Now, some of it is tongue-in-cheek. Sure, it's kind of fun. It's like, no one believed in us, just trying to manufacture that chip on the shoulder, like we have to manufacture that. Please. But also, a lot of it matters. A lot of it is extremely important when you're talking about legacy of the players, legacy of the game, etc. So, just another chapter and verse of the saga of the national media just not giving the Vikings time of day. Just once again, just throwing Danielle Hunter under the bus. Now, ESPN came out with their top 10 edge rushers ranked by execs, coaches, and players. Blah, 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 blah. These are the same geniuses who ranked Dalvin as the sixth best running back in the league, ahead of behind Alvin Kamara, a part-time player, who's number 4. Okay, and yes, this is a execs, coaches, players ranking. 50 of them, whatever. But also, it is still ESPN carrying this disrespectful narrative. They're carrying the water for this storyline of Danielle Hunter just like, oh, that guy, it's so cute, and he just does all these things in those purple jerseys. Please. Like, we've seen this before. And we'll see it again. Like Danielle Hunter barely making the PFF top 50 and was their 9th best edge rusher. And despite Danielle, like the numbers they have in front of them, like Danielle was 2nd in the NFL in pressures last year, number 1 for players who didn't get to play Riley Reef twice this season. And Danielle Hunter is the youngest player to hit 50 sacks. He'll be the youngest player to hit 100. He'll be the youngest player to hit 150, as well as he will eventually break Bruce Smith's NFL record of 200. That's exactly what is going to happen. And also, Danielle is 5 years into his career coming at LSU. He only has 2 Pro Bowl appearances, which is just, Pro Bowl is what it is, but also it does matter at the end of the day when you're looking back on the resume, as well as he only has one paltry second team All-Pro in 2018, which is just, it's irresponsible. It's exactly what it is. And yes, you could say, oh, who cares what they think? Who cares what the national media thinks? Because it only matters what we think about our players. Well, we don't vote for the Hall of Fame. Guess who does? Those national media jabronis. Exactly. The same ones who keep Harrison Smith out of the Hall of Fame someday, mark my words, will try to do the same with Danielle Hunter. And don't kid yourselves. Some of the national media writers who are in the twilight of their careers, just taking a knee, just trying to run out that clock, and they're not grinding tape like they should. They're not watching the other games. They're just writing their little gamer, which could be produced by artificial intelligence today, by the way. Anyways, but and also the old beer belly, 16 golf handicap dudes who just go off lists like this. They do. That factors in. It's like, oh, I'm voting for the Pro Bowl, I'm voting for the All Pro, I'm voting for All Decade. Let's see what this list says. Oh, well, executives, players, and coaches must know. So they. It's exactly how you still get Cam Chancellor in the Pro Bowl today, even though he's been retired for the last 3 years. That's what happens, and their votes actually matter to the legacy of the game. And you could have a legit spot like this will happen 15, 16, 17 years from now when Danielle Hunter is eligible for the Hall of Fame. They will try to keep the all-time sack leader out of the Hall of Fame. They will. Or at least there will be some controversy if he should be a first ballot Hall of Famer, which is just moronic. But it's going to happen. I know that it's exactly what happened. Because mark my words, because of the same outdated, self-serving stick in the mud national football writers are the same a-holes who vote for they're the ones who vote for the Hall of Fame. They're the ones who vote for Pro Bowl to a degree. They're the ones who vote for the All-Pro teams. They're the ones who vote for the All-Decade teams. So you'll have a guy who will end up with 200 career sacks. He might have 2 All-Pro teams to his name, and then they'll and ha, ha. It frustrates me because you can see it happening, and exactly. It's going to exactly go down this way. And you just watch. Danielle will have 23 sacks this season, set the single-season record, which is 22, by the way. Mark Gastineau and Jared Allen. I do not recognize the 22.5 by Michael Strahan because Brett Favre surrendered, gave him that last one. And Danielle, 23 sacks this year, will still be second-team All-Pro. The geniuses will still vote Cam Jordan or Khalil Mack as first-team edge rushers, or maybe J.J. Watt as a legacy pick, even though he's not technically an edge rusher. I feel like we're tilting at windmills to a degree, but also watching this full-on intentional deception. It's just unbelievable. It's unbelievable that this level of bias, like this level of disgust, this level of disdain, this level of intentional disrespect is allowed in today's modern media. But whatever. 99 will do the damn job, and then we'll deal with this later. All right. But your thoughts. Why does the national media hate Danielle Hunter? Let us know in the comment section below. Subscribe for daily Vikings takes. If you want to support the work, pull us on the Venmo, but plus give us a follow on social media as well. But until next time, Skol, production value.